Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Tomb World Survival. So picking up where we left off, we were waiting for the whole group to reconvene, and the hope is that all of them will take down the mechs that are in this ship part that has been poisoning us for ages now, for literal ages. Alright, so Semph luckily did not get cancer from his 40% that he had ticked up to. So things I need to do. I need to create a steel mortar. I'm going to put it here. And that's going to allow us to shell the ship. I'll add it to the limited radiation zone. And another thing I wanted to do is I'm going to get Poppy able to machine some components. So I'm going to move my electric tailor bench outside. And I don't think I'm going to build a copy of this, though. I'd rather just have one bench. So, Poppy, yeah, let's get you out there. Alright, Poppy, you are going to be set to be allowed to tailor. I'm going to set it only to 4 so that I can manually control it. Okay. Looking good, looking good. So the purpose of the outside electric tailor bench is all of the penalties here. So if you look at the work speed factor, it's down to 32% because of bad temperature, no power, outdoors. And the reason for all of that is it will take much, much, much longer to make something as a result, right? And the benefit of taking much longer to make something is you level up tailoring not from the amount you produce, but the amount of time you work. So putting it outdoors and making it so that it crafts real slow, she levels up at the same speed, right? Her crafting is leveling up at the same speed it would if she was indoors. But she's using a lot fewer, sorry, I can count them so it's fewer, a lot fewer resources in doing so. So that's the whole point of that. And I'm leveling her up so that she can maybe help me with components. That was I forgot to write down who suggested it. Maybe it was Turtle Sandwich. If it wasn't, I apologize, whoever suggested it. Sam something, sorry, again. Oh, hold on, what was your name? Siam mentioned I could probably get rid of a lot of these boxes here. I don't really need them anymore. So I'll break them down. For the marble that is locked up in them. Alright, so we have the mortar. Here's the thing about this ship. We hit the ship once, it's going to spawn all of the mechs. But look at all the fires that I've had. Oh my goodness. The mechs won't fully commit to attack on me and my base until that ship is at 50%. But I don't want to damage the ship too badly, because I'm hoping that the mechs die in my kill box so that it's much easier to break them down for components. So what I'm going to do is set up a sort of like bomb trap for the ship. And that should do it. So one duster, and that's going to level Poppy up. I'm going to have her finish that duster. Not expecting it's going to be high quality, but we'll have her finish nonetheless. No, yep, that's the same duster. Oh my goodness. Slow. And now Poppy is going to take over. Entirely take over the regular components. And we will have her take over the shells as well. And that's going to free up aggro to do some deep drilling in order to help supplement the plasteel that we need. transport pods are loaded up. And the hope here is I get them really close to that ship. That's close enough. Those shells should hurt it, I hope. Okay, I'm going to break down this shelf here. Congratulations, what is that? Good? Ooh, no, that was your minigun. Quality. This duster is normal. Normal's fine for a level 8. As far as restrictions go, 7th, you stay on no rads, everyone else goes to limited. I suppose I could have policed these down by hand, I just didn't want to send someone all the way over there. Potentially get really irradiated in the process. Another thing I should do for Rinnick here is using the Heal Mech Serum to heal that brain chemical damage that she's got. But I only have 2 Heal Mech Serums left. I want to be careful about how I use them. Really? You're going all the way north to view the art of this? Yeah, I think that's the last time you do that. What? I just... Oh, that wasn't construction. Okay. Stormy says you're idle. Oh, that's not a gather spot. In fact, I'll even forbid the door. Down here, I want to store assault rifles. And maybe... I don't know what was supposed to be here, but over here, I'm going to store triple. Poppy, you are now going to be smithing and not tailoring. Cool. I think we're just about ready to try to trigger said ship. Stormy, you're, or Aletta, I'm going to have Aletta do it. You're idle. Why have we not broken that down yet? Oh, because it's outside of limited. There we go. Alright, Letta, you are going to aim for the ship. Nope. First shot was a whiff. Oh, she's sending... let's extract shells and not allow for the incendiaries. I want high explosives. Come on. Let's get connection here. Ooh, there we go. So the ship is down to 59%. We did kill 1 Lancer in the process. 59% means that the mechs will turn around and not commit to attack just yet. But with another shot, I might be able to convince them. If Aletta manages to hit something important here. Nope. She missed. We'll try again. Miss again. 50th time's the charm. That's one of the reasons I particularly dislike the mortars. Ooh, but Semph's on a shoot frenzy. Alright, come on. Killed a Lancer, but you did no damage to the ship. I don't want to kill them over here, though. It seems like you want that, but obviously I need the plasteel and the components that our mech friends are made out of. And if I'm killing them over there, it's really hard to get those resources. So I need to watch the shots here, because as soon as we bring that ship part down below 50%, all these mechs are going to go on a rampage. Come on, Aletta. I'll fast forward time. There we go. All right, 39%. That means it is go time. Aletta, you can stop what you're doing. So they're not going to turn back again. They are fully committed to the attack, and we have an eclipse. Good. Nothing like a volcanic winter eclipse. Hired gun. I want you to consume a lavish meal. I got a little bit of time before they get here. But not a ton of it. Alright, hired gun and Stormy. Let's get you... Where can I stand where I'm not going to get hit by collateral fire? Maybe over here. Alright, here comes the small guys. The Lancers and the Scythers. Where is Tony? Oh no, 11. Okay, 11 is coming. So pretty much as I hoped... Oh, let's get these bait turrets up as well. They're not so much bait. I'm going to try to not use slugs here, if I can help it, because I'm trying to conserve the resources. Let's go ahead and roll everybody else into this fight as well. So... the centipedes are a little bit further behind. I guess I didn't get a full HUD count. So we have 6 centipedes. But I'm not sure about the Lancers and Scythers because we've been killing them. Alright, 3 more smalls, 4 more. But as soon as the centipedes get here, the slugs are turning on. Alright, checking numbers here. We've got a Lancer, 2 Scythers. The Lancer fell behind a little bit because it's hurt. Or damaged. I guess it's not hurt. And then 6 centipedes. Alright, centipedes are close enough. Let's fire up the slugs. Absolutely pelted. Alright, let's not get shot. The turrets can do their work with without me getting shot at. These bait turrets are working. They're the ones taking the heat. And we are one mech away from... Alright, that's a success. I just checked. No enemies left. Awesome. And now we have a ton of plasteel that just, like, walked into our base. And components and all that jazz. Lovely. That's what I wanted. As far as home zone goes, I'm going to repair these walls so that there's no shortcut into my kill box. Yeah, that worked out considerably. I mean, that worked out kind of how I suspected it would. So the other thing I have to do is send a sort of mining / expedition party to destroy the rest of the ship part for its resources, grab those 2 mechs, and head home. That'll take a while. We're rearming turrets. I tried to use the minimum amount of uranium as I could, because I know that that's a far more precious than our steel resource. We're a little bit low on steel, but soon we won't be. Oh, one other thing I need to do is a dump stockpile over here of dead mechs. Let's have it be critically important that we put mechs up there, and then we can break them down. And in fact, yeah, no, I don't care who disassembles. We'll let anyone do it. Ooh, Kazumi's throwing a party. Let's have everyone attend. Gonna tell them all to stop doing what they're doing, and then inspire to creativity, Aletta. That's, she's sorta artist. I don't know. We could try to have her make some art. I'll use her creativity. Maybe it's useful. So, Aletta. And make sure you're using marble blocks. And go to the work tab. There. Parties definitely help to boost mood. And our mood has not been amazing. Maybe we get some awesome inspirations. Who knows? But parties are always worth it. Oof. My power, man. Oh. Why am I draining out so fast? Do I have things powered on that I am not paying attention to? Did power sever? No, I just think it's low wind, no solar. Alright, so I'm repairing these walls so that there's not a hole. Yes, I get a little irradiated doing it, but it's worth it because I don't want enemies to be able to shortcut my sort of entry path for any reason. Alright, it looks like I'm browning out, so let's go designate some chem. Oh, not refuel. I want you to flick. Yeah, not sure why I'm having the brownout. I think it's the eclipse, really. But we'll be fine. Let's turn on the backup batteries, and no issues now. Plenty of power for everybody. And the eclipse just ended. Alright, so the real advantage of killing all those mechs, well, one is we don't have them looming over us. A specter of danger or whatever. But another is all the plasteel that they're made of. That's obviously really handy stuff. Oh, Faustina just did 2 deep drill right as I stared at her. which is kind of annoying because there's not a good way, there's not a good spot to fight them. Not really. I'm going to have James do his best to quickly terraform the space here. So everybody head north. Poppy, I'm going to have you path a little bit more sensibly. I don't care if they cut through too bad. Faustina, you need to get out of there. Luckily, as a wimp, if she got caught up in it, she would just collapse really, really fast. Alright, they might break that, that drill, but I suppose worse things could happen. No, you know, I might have to fall back. I'm not quite ready yet. Alright, come on, guys. Pick up the pace. Okay, we're definitely making them mad. This was not in any way convenient. Safalu. Oh, Tony's here, never mind. They're breaking my light bulbs. They broke the table, but not the drill, oddly. Well, more meat. I am going to need another light bulb or two, but I mean, of all the things that could happen, that was not that bad. What I think I will do is restrict Faustina. No, that's not Faustina. Faustina and Semph to no rads so that they mine in here where it's a lot easier to respond to too deep infestations, and leave the actual good drillers that don't cause infestations to mine the parts up there. But again, we're gonna get lots of insect meat that helps to feed us, so you know, advantage me, I suppose. Tony, I'm gonna have you finish off a few of these. There we go. Wonderful. It's all coming up Millhouse. And 11's already fully healed. Alright, I wouldn't say that my power is fully recovered yet, so I'm going to leave the backup power grid to be still on. Oh, we have a boom rat. Hey, little boomy. Do you know what I did to all of your relatives? I was not kind. I'm going to tidy up this area just a little bit so that's less hideous for our deep drillers. because we don't have a lot of work to do back home, so couldn't hurt. Let's add some limited radiation zones so that we can haul some of this in. I don't know where he's going. Oh, you're going over to the potatoes. That makes sense. Alright, the lights are all back on, which means we don't get regular infestations here. Or rather, the chances of getting regular infestations are much lower. Letta is no longer inspired. I feel like that timed out really, really, really fast. Maybe it didn't. Maybe just a lot of time has elapsed. I don't know. Maybe I'm having a senile moment. Oh, no, she used it. Oh, she made a excellent... The Age of Acid. This piece bears an artwork of Hans Acid Dichter slaughtering alligator with a long sword, seemingly without remorse. Acid looks pleased with the situation. The whole image is depicted by a careful arrangement of two kimonos, or komodos, like I'm guessing the Komodo dragons. The image contrasts chaos with failure. Why? Because, well, whatever. Yes, cool. Salvage just hit medical emergency. Time to put him on no rads. Anyone else? No, no one else is really following suit anytime soon. I think he hit medical emergency because he was doing the repairs up here, which are definitely irradiating. And with that, I will fix it. And there. Perfect. Kill box is all set back up the way we wanted it. Now, I know I still have the ship out there. It's just... it's a lot of work to get that stuff home. I think the best way might be to send a brawler to smack the ship around, and then caravan the stuff home. Yeah, I might do that. Acid and 11. And Tony. All three of you? I'm gonna wait till Tony is, I'm gonna go now. Alright, so health, needs, acid, you gotta consume a meal. So acid. Time to take off your stuff. 11. And Tony. And they're gonna get pretty cold. Let's hope not critically so. I'm not really planning for that well. Maybe I can toss some toques on. How many toques do I got? I got 3 toques. Cool. Acid. Tony. 11. Alright, they are not super well insulated, but they'll have to... you know, I'll give them dusters too. Okay. I'm going to leave their stuff around. Cool. So, let's form Caravan and bring this stuff home. Hopefully all of it can fit. That'd be ideal. Load. Too heavy to fit into Caravan. So, this is going to be a little bit painful, but... Area 1. Area 2. Area 3. Okay, so restrict you guys. I can maybe grab those potatoes now, too. I'm not worrying about the rest of this stuff. Steel is not hard to come by. And as you can see, I'm just sort of piecemealing it, hauling it where I want it to go. Acid, I'm actually going to put you back onto Caravan. Sorry, Mr. Boomerrat. I had to have them haul it like I am, like this, so that they walk pretty much the way I want them to, and they don't dally and get super radiated in the process. Oh, I didn't realize my beacon got destroyed. Some Lancer or something like that must have smushed it. I will rebuild one here and haul it on over. It's good that I looked up there, I suppose. Alright, there we go. Getting pretty much all the important stuff of that ship back home. With the least amount of radiation possible, I think. In my opinion, at least. Get rid of these 4 zones. I have to make sure acid doesn't go actually caravanning. And then all of them should get their stuff back. And lift the force. Nice. Handy little trip there. For more plasteel and advanced components that I otherwise wouldn't have had. Our plasteel quantity has jumped, which is pretty cool. Now, let's add the engine. The steel is rebounding, as it obviously was going to anyway, because it's not hard to add steel with all the deep drill availability around. What we're going to do, Rinnick. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Rinnick, let's use Heal Mech Serum. Alright, now you're no longer brain damaged from all the drugs that you did in your youth. This is your one chance to turn your life around. I will not be giving you more Res Mech Serum. I only have one left. Alright, my power grid recovered, so let's turn off the backup grid. This will automatically recharge because of the Vanometric cell. And turning off the chem fuel power generators as well. And only the bulk of it needs to get removed from roof. So we'll go ahead and do that. I bet you didn't know that. There's a thick roof here, but I can place it anyway. Does that make sense? No, but I'm glad for it. Alright, I'm mining out this corner so I can build it in shelter. There we go. We'll have another ship part soon. A lot more meals. Wow, my food is doing just fine. Pun partially intended. Alright, Poppy will allow you to fabricate that last component. Let's see here. How much beer? Psych IT. Where's my beer supply? Meds. Got a bunch of Nutramine. Don't have a lot of herbal. So I'm going to replace this stuff with Heal Root. And hops. Oh, come on, Rinnick. I'm not trying to click you. No! I'm not clicking you! Well, it's all looking on the up and up. We are missing 2 uranium for the last reactor, so let me go get that. And then I'm also going to need to break down this sort of protection wall. It's no longer needed. Gets me a little irradiated, but I mean, it could be worse. That's going to be the struggle of building this ship, is a lot of radiation buildup. What's got you in a pickle? Rebuffed by everybody? I mean, dude, you're Cefalu. Come on. Alright, so the retaining wall is gone. We're still waiting on some uranium. But I don't need to force that. We'll get it when we get it. Another thing that wouldn't be terrible is some lights, so that when we are constructing, we have the benefit of speed. And I'm going to remove everything unnecessary from limited radiation, so that nobody is standing where they ought not to be. Okay, I think we have a very healthy amount of food now. That turned around pretty quick. Alright, aggro and Janes are headed to the deep drills. And as soon as we get this portion of uranium, that last engine can get constructed. Everything is going smoothly. Where are my raids? I just jinxed myself, didn't I? Oh, this boom rat is feeding off of their survival meals. Smart little boom rat. Another thing I could do, although our radiation is building up a little bit. Let's see, who's quite irradiated? 11 is enough that I should put you on no-rads. Everybody else is okay. Janes, I want you to stand right there while you construct it. You know, under the nice roof that I mined out for you. Let's rearrange these boxes to be a little bit snug around the heater. And move this so it's even closer to the rice. I am going to move the walls and doors to have this be one continual room, so that if they eat here, they have the benefit of the dining room. Alright, it occurs to me that I'm going to want to move one of these lights here so that I illuminate that area. Kazumi's got it. That's going to prevent, infestations. And now we have every single reactor we need for the important taking off this planet. That's very, very cool. Alright, so the next bits are going to look something like this. We are going to want... I'm not going to worry too much about being under cover. We're going to want a cluster and a core. I don't have the Persona core. And then we're going to want... there's like no way for me to make this symmetrical. How many people do we have? We have 14? Is that right? I'm going to space them out. So one... so that we have, like, I don't know. I'm not going to worry too much about min-maxing ship size, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Another thing I could do, probably won't because I don't like to do it, but I could cannibalize my base pretty severely in order to get this ship constructed much sooner. But there are some dangers, present dangers, cannibalizing your base like that. Chief amongst them would be that if you cannibalize your base, you weaken it, and that could make it easier for raids and raiders to have a much more devastating toll. But there's some other reasons too, just pride and aesthetics and stuff like that. Okay, so this beam has 100% of everything it needs to get built. And this beam is getting there. I just have to be careful about the amount of radiation that I build up doing this. So here's what I'm going to do. Janes, I know you're already unhealthy. I'm going to put you on no rads. You're not healthy enough for that. I want it to be in the light. There we go. Acid, how's your health? Minor. can let it slide, and now you're going to be no res as well. Medical emergency. And that's that's what I expect out of building this ship, is having to take our time, go slow, because we're going to constantly run into radiation. One other thing I wanted to do is the neighbors. I wanted to befriend the neighbors to possibly get item quests, so I'm going to send them a lot of my leftovers. Yeah. Clothing that's damaged or not good quality, I could just send them. We'll keep anything excellent, which is basically nothing. I don't have any excellent anything that I particularly care to keep. Okay. Since when do I have a standing lamp in my... Oh, did someone bring that beacon over? Yes, they did. Cool. Didn't even notice. Shells really don't get stored there. So this standing lamp I'm just going to install here. It's going to be far enough away that a short won't blow us up. Alright, as far as the caskets go... 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, and then that will be 12, and we can get 14 like that. Okay, perfect. And then we could do, you know, computer core and sensor cluster. Very strange looking, oh, that doesn't work there, but strange looking ship for sure. What I could do is sensor and core, and work off of that, like that. You can min-max the pod construction a little bit better, but I like to, I don't know why, but I like to space it out. Personal preference. Goodness, the amount of food that we have. Alright, so the pods are all loaded up. 20 more rep with our neighbor. We have to hit 75 for them to actually like us. So we're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. There is a quest. Nope, that's not a neighbor quest, though. Animal disease flu. Dan's 2. Got a little sick. But he'll survive. Definitely a little low on steel, but I'm not all that worried about that. We'll get it. I can just have Poppy suspend the queue here, because I really didn't want 100. Oh, look at that. Masterwork 2. We have a whole lot of idle people, but you know what? I just realized I'm dramatically over time. So, tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the bit of a shipwreck, if you will. If you... Yeah, I don't know. I guess I said ask for feedback already. Look at me rambling. All right, I guess it's time for more coffee or Psych IT. I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching, guys. Adios.